In this video, I'm going to be talking about my gameplay impressions with Avowed over the last couple of days or so. I got to play about 8 to 10 hours of this during that time. Xbox was kind enough to send me over a preview build of the game to check out, so big shout out to them. Thank you for doing that. But in this video, I want to go over what exactly Avowed is. I'm going to give you more information about the gameplay loop, things that we couldn't really deduce from our 30-minute play session at Gamescom simply because there wasn't enough time, and also because we were seeing a very small segment of the game there. Here, we're going to kind of go into the open world nature of it and other mechanics in the game. So if you've been wondering more about Avowed, then watch on for some helpful information. Before I get into the gameplay itself, though, a couple things I want to mention first is that this is a preview build of the game. So some of this is subject to change between now and launch in February. I think most of this is likely to remain the same. I just can't guarantee that what I played is exactly 100% what will be there at launch. And the other thing that I want to mention is that I'm actually more excited for Avowed than I was after playing at Gamescom, getting to see the whole game as a whole, like how it fits together, what the gameplay loop is like. I think I have a more positive impression of the game than I came away with at Gamescom just from being able to see it and experience it myself. However, there is one major caveat to that, which I'll go into later in this video. So the first thing that you do in the beginning of the game is you create your character during character creation. I don't have footage of this for you. Unfortunately, the character creation section is embargoed, so I can't show it to you. But you essentially start out as a godlike. You can't select any other race like you could in Pillars of Eternity or Pillars of Eternity 2, so you're locked to this race. Although you can change your appearance so you don't look like a godlike if you don't like that visual appearance, but you will still be treated one throughout the game. And the character creator, I think, in my opinion, is solid enough for what we're trying to do here. You don't really see your character that much anyway. You're not really seeing yourself in dialogues or anything like that. I think I saw my character twice in the 8 hours I played, so it's not something that I think is really important to the game itself. But you will get to pick backgrounds that not only influence your starting stats, which you can tweak if you want afterward anyway, but will also impact dialogue options. They'll provide you with different dialogue options throughout the game. I have used this significantly as I've been playing, so they will play a large role in what dialogue you can say. Once you complete character creation, you'll go through a short 15 to 30 minute prologue, depending on how fast you are. Again, this is also embargoed, so I cannot show you this. But this section of the game basically just introduces you to the mechanics of the game, and the game really opens up when you land on the dock at the Dawn Shore.
It's patently fair to say that Avowed is Obsidian's Elder Scrolls in the same way that Outer Worlds is their Fallout. And there are some pretty striking parallels between Avowed and Morrowind. It's the third game in an established series, in this case Pillars of Eternity. You've been sent by the Emperor to a remote island province in order to get to the bottom of whatever is causing this magical blight. The island in question is partially colonised, but so far from the centre of civilization that vast swathes of it are entirely lawless. And everyone's a to you.
Turn around and sail back to wherever you came from.
From there, however, the Elder Scrolls comparisons run out because Avowed is a very different take on the first-person fantasy RPG, offering an experience that pulls in from other influences such as Mass Age Dragon Effect and Dark Messiah of Might and Magic in order to make something that's sort of a greatest hits package of 21st century Western RPGs. And what emerges from that mix is something that's not quite like any of them. What I got to play this week was a short vertical slice encompassing about the first 2 to 3 hours of the game. There's a small tutorial area that kicks off the main quest. Your character is shipwrecked. You meet a fellow survivor who's sort of a wee blue cat guy, and you have this mini adventure picking through what remains of a fully garrisoned fort that has succumbed to the Dream Scourge, a disease that makes mushrooms grow out of people's heads before they go after their nut and start attacking everyone.
What's going on, everybody? Mortem here, this time bringing you a lore primer for Avowed ahead of its release, mostly in response to a whole bunch of questions I've been seeing popping up about the world the game is set in, known as Aora. Avowed is putting you in the role of an imperial envoy of the Adiran Empire to the Living Lands, so you can investigate a plague known as the Dream Scourge. But obviously, just in saying that, I've mentioned a whole bunch of things that you may not understand the meaning of, and thus that's what this video is for. But do keep in mind, this absolutely should be a game you should be able to jump into and play and learn these things as you go. There's a glossary of terms in the game itself, which I know firsthand from a preview from back in November, and interviews, etc. But obviously there's a whole world's worth of lore here to explore, mainly via the previous two games in this setting known as Pillars of Eternity. But worth a mention right away that Avowed here is meant to be a sort of side story, so it's not going to necessarily advance any of the events that happened in those previous games, but will of course add context to a different part of the world, because the Living Lands had never been shown previously, only talked about. So needless to say, there's a lot to go over here, but as it just so happens, a couple years ago, in fact, I made a whole lore series about this particular setting. I'm going to link that playlist down below, so if you want an expanded look at any given topic, you may well just find it there. But what this video is going to do is cover the most pressing stuff for this game, Avowed. Meaning that basically this is the primary stuff you want to know going into it, and it may well point you in the right direction for topics you want to learn more about, but it is by no means everything. That all said, let's finally jump into this fully, starting with the world itself. So one of the most important things to know about this world is the wheel. The wheel in this particular universe is the cycle of life and death. Basically, every living thing, when it dies, its soul gets funneled to Adra pillars. This is a sort of green luminous stone that is dotted throughout the entire world and are often referred to as the Pillars of Eternity. People's souls enter these Adra pillars and then travel to a place called the Beyond, where they wait their next turn in the wheel, which is where they are reincarnated into some other life form. And simply put, round and round it goes. But a few important things to note about this right away. The wheel itself is a natural process, but it has some unnatural elements that we'll get into momentarily. But basically the wheel has always existed, this is just what it does. However, as you might expect with anything like that, sometimes things don't work out particularly well. Things can go wrong in this process. This leads to things called soul maladies, problems with a soul or just oddities that might occur, which aren't necessarily big problems, such as soul twins, which is when like two people each get half a soul. Or, as was a big part of the first game, somebody could be hollow-born, or basically they don't get a soul, which can lead to all sorts of problems, which is one of the things that brings us to the Ingwithans. Now, several thousand years before the events of the first couple of games, and thus Avowed as well, as Avowed takes place shortly after, just a couple years from the second game, Pillars of Eternity 2. But thousands of years before that, the Ingwithan Society existed. Ingwithans were big practitioners of a science known as animancy. Animancy, simply put, is the study of souls. They can use this study to work all sorts of incredible machinery that can do all sorts of crazy stuff. The Ingwithans, over periods of centuries, mastered this technology, and used it, of course, to study the world around them. Namely, what happens after life and death, is there anything out there? And the answer that the Ingwithans found was a disturbing one. Basically, they found that there were no gods or anything of that nature beyond the scope of what was known in the universe. And if there ever were any gods, they're certainly not there now, was basically the gist of it. But that's when the Ingwithans, alongside the Huana of Ukaizo, banded together to undertake an experiment of sorts. You see, at this time, there were thousands of little deities and things being worshipped to by any given tribe or civilization around the globe at that time. But the thing is, as we just pointed out, none of them were real. They weren't things that existed. And so the Inguithans and the Huana came up with a plan to make them real, or specifically 11 of them real. And using their great mastery of animancy, the Inguithans ultimately sacrificed untold numbers of their own society in order to use their souls via animancy to craft sort of artificial gods. This forms the Inguithan pantheon. There are ultimately 11 of these gods, but for the sake of this video, we're really only going to focus on one of them, Wodaka. If you want to learn more about the others, part of that lore series I mentioned. But we are focused on Wodaka for two reasons. One, the presence of the Steel Garrote, which is her paladin order in the Living Lands, but also the fact that we are an Adiran envoy. The Adiran Empire worships Wodaka specifically, so naturally she's pretty important. But before we start discussing Wodaka, something to know is that part of the way in which the Inguithans tamed the wheel in order to make all of this happen was that they created a bunch of machinery at the city of Ukaizo. This basically destroyed the city and much of the Huana civilization at the time, and while also ascending these Inguithans to godhood via their collective souls, it also did something else, which was it shackled the wheel, so to speak. As I mentioned, the wheel was always a natural thing that happened, but it was prone to problems. As part of this process, and this machinery they put in place to ascend to their godhood, what they actually wound up doing was sort of giving the wheel structure and purpose, because the gods feed off the soul energy created by the wheel in order to sustain themselves. This made the entire process mostly more efficient, resulting in less of these soul-related problems. It didn't completely get rid of them, mind you, but it certainly lessened them. And we'll double back to that in a moment when we start talking about the plot of the first two games. From there, though, let's talk a little bit about Wodaka. So, when the initial plans were drawn up to create these 11 gods, Wodaka was intended to be the head of them, the strongest one, the ruler. And that is exactly what happened. Wodaka, at the height of her power, could basically do anything she wanted. This didn't sit well with the other 10 gods, and they ultimately overthrew her. This is why Wodaka now is often referred to as the queen that was, the exiled queen, or the burned queen, because she was quite literally burned by another god, Magrin. But in any event, Wodaka, as the ruler of that initial pantheon, covers the domains of things like law and justice and rightful rule. The catch of that is, though, Wodaka is a rules for thee but not for me kind of person. Wodaka believes that a rightful ruler has the ability to impose rules and laws, and as such they are above them, meaning that she's very much a lawful evil type of person. Now, Wodaka's been involved in all sorts of stuff, but the two things I want to drive home here are that she is the patron god of the Adiran Empire. In fact, the hereditary monarchy that rules that empire does so by the divine right of Wodaka, which also means that her paladin order, the Steel Garrote, are very, very popular there. Much of what the Steel Garrote does is tracks down oathbreakers or anyone that, broke a contract, disobeyed the law, things like that. The Steel Garrote, much like Wodaka herself, are anything but friendly, very much so, again, the lawful evil type. Because much like their own goddess and ruler, they believe that as paladins of Wodaka, they can basically do whatever they want, as long as it's within the letter of the law. Except they also get to make those laws and bend and break them as they please, provided they have the force to back it up. Now, before we start diving into slightly more specific topics, I first want to take a few moments to talk about the plot of the video games that came previous to Avowed, Pillars of Eternity 1 and 2, as they drop some pretty big reveals. For starters, we learn about the recent troubles of the Adiran Empire and how they have lost colonies. Pillars of Eternity 1, for instance, takes place in an area called the Deerwood, which used to be a former colony of the Adiran Empire. Another big part of Pillars 1 is the study of animancy, as you might guess, because the world and civilization is starting to relearn its secrets following the Inguithan pantheon largely erasing it from history, basically covering up the tracks of how they were made. This is why animancy is actually just straight up illegal in the Adiran empire which worships Wodaka. But in Pillars 1, we learn a few things. For starters, everything I just told you about the gods, basically, the fact that they were in fact crafted from Ingwithans. But another big part of Pillars 1 is actually a plot by Wodaka using her chosen servant, Theos Ix Arcanon. Wodaka, using her godlike power, basically saved Theos from his turns through the wheel. Every life he lived, she would reawaken who he was, so he remembered everything, basically. So he could continue his work for Wodaka as her chosen servant, willing to do whatever it is he pleased, which is namely covering up the existence of the Ingwithans and how they ascended to godhood. But also in Pillars 1, we find out that Theos, using old Ingwithan technology, is intentionally funneling souls towards a certain point in an attempt to empower Wodaka, so she could retake her place as the full-on ruler of the current pantheon. And that's one of the potential outcomes of that game. But the main theme there is just Wodaka being desperate for power. And also everything I mentioned about the Adiran Empire, which brings us to Pillars of Eternity 2. So that game starts out by a giant statue that is set in your stronghold, Cadnua, from the first game, suddenly coming to life and killing you, actually, and marching off towards the Deadfire Archipelago. This statue turns out to actually be housing another god, Aothis, the god of light, redemption, dawn, etc. You see, Aothis had done something similar previously when he chose an avatar of a normal man known as Widewin, or Saint Widewin as he's known now, who was himself ultimately killed via the god bomb, but Aothis returned via this statue to carry out his mission again. You see, Aothis took a great amount of umbrage with what the gods did, that is to say, hiding their presence from the Kith, which are the civilized races, and he set out to rectify this by going to the Deadfire Archipelago and smashing the machinery at Ukaizo, which is set there. Ukaizo, if you'll remember, was the ancestral city of the Hawana people, an old empire that was around at the same time the Ingwithans were. Remnants of the Hawana are still around, but obviously not at the same level of strength. Now, throughout that game, you'll be chasing this statue across the archipelago, but it is ultimately successful. In every single ending, Aothis destroys the machinery at Ukaizo, which was powering the wheel.
Oh my god, do I have a microphone now? Oh my god. So sad. And it's not even the right one. Hold on. Okay. Oh, that's so sad. Is this one good too, or no? Okay, first one sounded really good. Alright, here we go. Dude, what a bummer, man. I went live yesterday for like 2 hours. Alright, well, hey, thank you. That's so weird, because on mine, I did see a bar going up. Okay, but whatever. So, now that people can hear me, we're waiting for Avowed. And thank you for the sub, for the 3 months. I appreciate you, and telling me my mic didn't work. So yes, thank you. We are just watching lore videos for Pillars of Eternity 1 and PoE 2. There are some spoilers in here, so if you do plan on playing PoE 1 and 2, you know, just heads up. But also, you don't need to play them for Avowed, so we're just kind of getting a recap, getting a little flavor of the first 2 games. So yeah, it doesn't look like we can preload, so we're going to have to start loading the game once we hit noon. So we're just kind of chilling until then.
This effectively means, because of how long it was doing so, that the wheel is broken. It no longer will function as it was supposed to naturally, meaning that at the end of Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire, the world is in an extremely difficult place because while the wheel will continue to finish its current cycle, basically, which is another couple of generations, eventually it's going to stop turning, which will mean that the process of reincarnation will stop, meaning that people will start being born without souls, ultimately potentially leading to the just complete wiping out of civilization. And because nothing is turning through the wheel, which is where the gods get their sustenance from, they would eventually die out as well. And Aethys did this as a means of forcing these two peoples to work together, the gods and the current civilized races. So it's very much so a learn to work together or everyone's dead kind of thing. Now, at the time Avowed starts, that is not widely known information. Avowed only takes place a couple of years after this, and Pillars of Eternity is a world largely stuck in feudalism. Information doesn't travel insanely fast here. So people are basically just starting to learn about what happened there, and even then the full extent isn't known. Now, as I mentioned though, Avowed is a side story, so expecting it to tackle that is extremely unlikely. But obviously, it'll probably be referenced. Now, what will play a more direct role, however, is the information we learn about godlikes in Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. You see, no matter what kind of character you make in Avowed, you will be a godlike of an unknown god. And we'll touch more specifically on what a godlike is here momentarily.
No. PoE is not Path of Exile in this setting. PoE is Pillars of Eternity. Pillars of Eternity 1 and Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire are two games that Obsidian made, 5-10 years ago. That they created this world of Aora, and so they did that. People have been waiting for Pillars of Eternity 3 for a long time, and that hasn't come out. But then Avowed came out, which takes place in the same world.
Important thing we learn in Deadfire about them is that godlikes are effective,
but not a continuation
for the gods who made them. And at any time, the gods who made them can recall that power, thus killing that person, and reclaiming that energy for that god, effectively like a failsafe to gather power when needed. And because of the events at the end of Deadfire, it's safe to say that that moment in time has come, which is why, in the preview that I played in November, where it referenced that most godlikes have gone missing, the obvious gist of that is that following the events of Deadfire, most gods just recalled all of their godlike in order to reabsorb their power, thus resulting in all those godlikes being missing or just straight up dead, which makes your status as a godlike of an unknown god extremely interesting because no one knows what deity you belong to, but also the fact that most godlike are gone, so what are you doing here? Now, I will talk more about the godlike here in a bit, but to be clear, and the biggest thing to take away, being a godlike is not necessarily a good thing. That's the key piece of information to hold on to. From there, though, let's talk about the Adiran Empire and the Living Lands before moving on to some other stuff. Starting with the Adiran Empire. This empire is currently the largest one, though thanks to its recent setbacks via the loss of some of its colonies, its power is being tested lately. It is, nonetheless, an empire that is a merging of an elven and a human empire or kingdom, thus resulting in the Adiran Empire. Quite some time ago, a bunch of human tribes on the central continent of Adir formed together to make a proper kingdom, which was very much so rooted in feudalism, and after several wars and things with the neighboring Kulakan, I think it is, civilization of elves, they eventually decided to just join together and become one giant empire, the Adiran Empire. This is ruled by a joint hereditary monarchy, which is primarily ruled by the human side of it, but whoever the human ruler is takes on an elven consort, which serves as the other half. Now, as an empire, again, they mostly practice feudalism, with everything coming down to the rule of law, as judged by Wodika herself, as they are big fans of her, and as
Wodika
such,
sucks,
they are not big fans of animancy.
We hate Wodika.
In fact, animancy is just straight up illegal in the Adiran Empire. So whereas it has been studied and seen huge breakthroughs in areas like the Deerwood of Pillars 1 or even the Archipelago of 2, none of that is happening in Adir because it is illegal there. Now, for simple reasons, that is because it is dangerous and will result in potential catastrophes related to the soul, but also because Wodika doesn't want people finding out more and more about what it is, the Ingwithans did to become gods because she will suffer no rival. But a few other things of note: while the Adiran Empire is primarily humans and elves, you can still occasionally find members of other races there, though
This
in
is
much,
footage of
much
Pillars of
smaller
Eternity, by the way.
numbers, such as dwarves, Amawa, or Orlans. But first, now let's talk about the Living Lands. So the Living Lands, the area of the world the game takes place in, is really interesting because prior to this, it was not a place you ever went to. It was only ever described as a place sort of overgrown and overflowing with life that people mostly went to avoid everyone else, to get away from the rest of the world. But as we saw in that recent preview, that's starting to change, with members of the Adiran Empire going there to clearly try and set up another colony, which is at odds with local populations who have mostly been doing their own thing undisturbed up to this point, against the backdrop of a wild, untamed wilderness that is dramatic in its landscapes and biomes. And that was before, of course, the Dream Scourge came and started causing problems with people going functionally insane with all these fungal growths everywhere. But then let's talk about those other
this is my
races.
first time seeing
I won't bother explaining
a
humans and
sneak
elves.
mechanic.
They are exactly what they are everywhere else, which is also true for the dwarves. So what I would like to do instead is focus on the more interesting ones, Orlan and Amawa, before we start talking about the godlikes. So Orlans are the small in stature, covered in fur with large ear types. They tend to be
Okay, this is
naturally
Pillars of Eternity
very smart,
character
and their
creation.
mental acuity
I was
solves
like, you
pioneering
can't show
things like
Avowed.
ciphers
That's under
in the
embargo
area
right now.
of Aragonfath. But basically, you'll see these small furry guys every once in a while. But then we have the Amawa. They are the most physically imposing of all the Kith races, or the civilized races, standing a good head and shoulders taller than everybody else, but also completely covered in scales. They don't have skin so much as they do small scales everywhere. What's more, they also have shark teeth instead of normal teeth, and if you couldn't tell by all of that, they tend to prefer the coast and water. You can find them elsewhere, mind you, but that's just sort of their natural affinity. Coincidentally, a sort of rival power for the Adiran Empire, the Rawatayan Navy, has a lot of Amawa as well. Thanks to their stature, they are very strong, and thanks to their teeth, generally pretty intimidating. Now, every single race I just mentioned, humans, elves, dwarves, Orlans, Amawa, can all be host to what are called godlike. Godlikes are, simply put, an individual of any race who was blessed, let's say, by a god in the womb. Thus, they came out with physical manifestations
me
of whatever
IRL.
is associated with that
I was
god.
blessed by
As
God
I've
in the
already
womb.
mentioned, this isn't necessarily a good thing. In some cases, it's definitely more of a curse. But that's also not
No,
a universal
all good.
thing either.
All
For
good
instance,
here.
we see all sorts of cases throughout the games where some of them are actually pretty well loved by their gods that made them, whereas others are indifferent at best, and some are even borderline hostile to each other. Thanks to their appearance and all the different cultures of the world, how godlikes are viewed varies wildly from the type of godlike it is to the place that they are born. So as an example of this, we see Tekehu in Deadfire, a water godlike of the goddess Andra, the goddess of the sea. But the thing is, while
the hell?
Andra loves Tekehu, and she made him very specifically, she also has a bunch of other godlike known as moon godlike that honestly don't seem to mean much at all to her. But Tekehu, thanks to his nature with the sea goddess and the fact that he was born to the Hawana tribe, which worships water and lives on the ocean, saw a very privileged upbringing where he was largely seen as a good omen, whereas godlikes of, say, Skane, who is a deformed-looking god of violent rebellion, basically never make it past birth. It's rare that they aren't killed almost immediately, assuming they survived to begin with
Jesus.
thanks to the deformities. But in almost every instance, the god that is associated with a certain godlike
Don't
is
pick-
almost
don't pick
always
Skane, don't pick
immediately
Skane.
identifiable. Which brings us to us, basically. In Avowed, we play as an imperial envoy of the Adiran Empire who is a godlike of an unknown god. Now that's
Unknown?
interesting because the fact that everyone looks at you and has no idea what kind of godlike you happen to be or what god you're associated with is naturally a mystery. Though we are an imperial envoy for an
Aelthis.
empire that is very much
Aelthis.
so dedicated to the goddess Wodika. And last but not least, we are there to investigate the Dream Scourge, a strange malady of the soul, resulting in crazed, often violent fungal manifestations on people,
Hold on.
which leads them to lose all sense.
Okay, so they have the skull thing too, like Pillars of Eternity. I'm assuming based on this. So this is saying that this mob is like 3 levels higher than you. And then one skull would be like 1 level higher, two level, and then if these skulls were I'm assuming red, it is greater than 3 levels. So that's also in Pillars of Eternity to kind of give you like an idea of like, hey, you can go here and you can kill these things, but it might be hard.
Often violent fungal manifestations on people, which leads them to lose all sense of themselves. And that is basically everything I think you should know going into Avowed. Everything besides that is,
Chat, are you ready? Do you know
will help
everything you
fill
need to
out
know
the
now?
blanks or little gaps, but I would say everything I've gone over in this video is the most pressing stuff to know ahead of playing Avowed specifically. But if you have any other questions, by all means,
Loot?
ask them in the comment section below, or simply check out my previous lore videos. You might find some stuff in there that answers some questions of yours. But I do think this video should serve as a pretty great way to catch up before jumping into Avowed specifically. So hopefully you wind up agreeing, but I think obviously we'll see here in a couple weeks when the game is out. But for right now,
that's
don't forget to
cool.
like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube jazz. But regardless of any of that, truly, just thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. May you wander in wisdom and have an amazing day.
That's the video we just watched. If anyone wants to watch it. Thank you, Mortis Mall Gaming. Appreciate you. Alright. What the hell? Let's see. Can we preload yet? No? Let's see if I exit Steam. So now, okay, now I have a mic working here. What the hell? What the hell? Alright, so we still did not have an install button. What if I just spam double click? We got 4 minutes till noon. 3 minutes till noon. Let's see what else we can find for. Let's rewatch the trailer. Really just get hyped up. Is that me?
People don't like you very much, do they? Sent here to the living lands by an emperor who couldn't bother to come himself. To investigate some plague that seems to be corrupting our very souls. You want us to trust you.
It's so funny that you
But
can
the truth
Sparta
is,
kick
scare us. The way you fight. The power you wield. The secrets you keep. You're either here to save us or destroy us. So now that you have all this power, what are you gonna do with it?
Oh, that's not true anymore. That's not coming in 2024 anymore. Okay. Now we just wait for a download button. It's noon. It is noon. Where is it? Okay. Achievements are now live. Achievements are now live. I just can't install yet. I even verified. I verified that I bought the right version, and I did. Let's see. Can other people do it on Twitch? Let's take a look. I know, like, Lyric. Unless he did it on Game Pass?
I see what you did there. Well played, Obsidian.
Okay. So, Ko is able to do it. If I close out Steam again. There we go. Okay. We're installing. Hoggers. Hoggy Woggies. Alright, so now we just have... I just have a minute. This is gonna take a bit, because I'm also streaming. I didn't think this far ahead. So now we're just stuck together. But we're going. We're going. Not too bad. Oh. Shit, I know I know nothing about the game other than like past games and what from like Pillars of Eternity is there, so there's gonna be a lot of just like awe and wonder as we kind of go through everything and like character creation and all of that. So feel free to ask questions. I don't know a whole lot because I went black on this game to not get really a whole ton of spoilers. I don't really know what I'm walking into, which is a good thing. But we know we've seen a bow, so we're doing bow gameplay. whether you like it or not. I wonder. Sometimes the achievements are spoilers. I like looking at them, but they might be a little spoilery. What the hell is this? $39 minutes? Okay. Everyone is starting to download, I bet. I better not be waiting till 39 minutes. I'll cry. Ooh, 15 minutes ain't bad. Yep. Thank you. You guys can't tell I'm sick. I hate it. My lovely wife brought in some coffee. It feels good. Alright, as we wait for this, I'm going to update title. Okay, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Hurry up! Chat, can all of you stop downloading so I can download? Alright, I'm good. I'm the big shrew that needs to get in here. I'm the important one. Me, 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 me. Ooh. Pacific Drive could also be a good recommendation for you, Mr. Treefort. Did you figure out what you're gonna play today? Oh, this is gonna take forever. This is gonna take forever. I couldn't you have just done a preload? I mean, obviously, probably wasn't Steam's idea. They probably Microsoft wanted to funnel people probably to Xbox Game Pass and the Microsoft Store, but well, we're almost halfway. Oh, some like chill music in the background. Let's see. Go with the old tried and true. A lot of shit though. I don't know if that's too loud. Because I can't tell. I fucked my headset volume too much, so I don't know if it's too loud or too low. Just gonna chill while we wait. I'm gonna blow my nose. Wait, this YouTube video probably killed my download? No. No, it's probably, hopefully not. Hopefully not. We're cruising, dude. We're cooking. 9 minutes? That's nothing. I've waited like 15 years for Elder Scrolls 6. This was nothing. Okay, we're higher than 9 minutes now. We're halfway. I got into the directory of Avowed when there was 1,000 people in here. There's now 105K viewers in here. Damn, I should have went live in this directory at like 5 a.m. I had the right idea. In the span of 30 minutes, we went from 1,000 to 100K. Are there drops for Avowed? Let's check. Are there drops for Avowed? I don't think there are drops. Okay. So I just bait everybody on Twitch. Drops if they existed. Put that in my title. Everyone's like, oh my god, drops? I feel like when people read a Twitch chat or a Twitch title and there's just drops in it, they just forget everything else and they're just locked in. We're over halfway there. Whoa! I wanna play the game. I need to get blinds, dude. This is so bright. Yeah, dude, there's Grizzly Hills and World of Warcraft Wrath of the Lich King. Not much better. Dude, I love that I see the 7TV emotes now. And before you type it, no, we don't have salami in there yet. Stop it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Um, oh, I asked earlier, I don't know if you heard me. This is a curiosity question for me. Do you know potentially what you're playing, today? I know I saw that you were asking for game suggestions. And then also, okay, no clue. I think it's already been recommended like a handful of times in your Discord. Um, but this isn't to say you need to play it. Oh, what's up, Dr. Trizzy? Yeah, dude, I hope it's good too. I hope it's good too. Um, because I feel like death, so I need some positivity in my life right now. This sickness is kicking my ass. So much so that I was like already planning to take the day today, and my boss is just like, you sound terrible. You should not come in tomorrow." And I was like, "All right, you're gonna pull my leg. I guess I won't." And then I slept from 10 p.m. to 11 a.m. I meant to go live at 11 a.m. to get in here an hour early into the directory and like farm some lore videos. And yeah, I slept almost 12 hours. My body was like, "Nah, not today, buddy." But I think it's been recommended quite a few times in your, yeah, dude. You guys came up as the exact same color. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. And like I have this issue where like I like to burn the candle at both ends. So it's like I needed the rest, but I worked later, and then instead of going to bed, went to then work on thumbnails and everything. And I'm hoping it's not the flu. I didn't have a fever or anything. I think it's just like a really bad cold. I don't think it's COVID either. I didn't take a COVID test. But I don't think it's COVID either. It's just I've been remote for like 5 years, and then this job I have to go on site. Just being around people. Um, but yeah, I think it's a game that's been recommended quite a bit to you, The Outer Wilds. And if it hasn't, I feel like I remember you talking about it. If I don't know if you said you'd like it or not, but if you did like it, um, or wanted to check it out, there's some like quantum physics elements to that I think might trip your trigger a little bit. So you are solving puzzles, yes, but it's like I don't know. It's like I've never played it. Ken's played it, and Ken says like the same feedback around it that I think everyone who's played that game has. Like it is a profound like almost like emotion invoking game, and I think it's because the setting of space and like it kind of puts into perspective like how life like kind of meaningless and like how like massive our galaxy is and like how all of that crazy stuff. Um, but yes, you are solving without a spoiler if you did ever want to check it out. But like you are solving puzzles. Oh shit, I don't even know if this is a spoiler. It's like let me text Ken because I don't want to spoil anything because I apparently I spoil everything for you. Unintentionally, but I do. Oh, also, also, another thing that Ken just wanted me to do. So, remember back... Okay, so I can't tell you that. I can't tell you that because it is kind of a spoiler. Damn. The whole game's just... Like, if I didn't watch Ken's play it, I would play it, and that is not my genre of game. Because I feel like some of, like, how you have had reactions to, like, Undertale in those games, of, like the reveals, I think that'd be pretty cool in there. But yeah, so Ken just texted me. So you remember a couple weeks ago when a first-time chatter came into your chat and hit you with, I don't even remember what it said, but it was like, I beat this my first try, flirt, and you were like, okay, guys, a first-time chatter came in here and hit flirt, like, we gotta stop this. That may have been me on my wife's account, okay? It may have been me. But ever since I've done that, she has said, you need to tell him, because I don't want him thinking I'm a creep. I don't remember what I said to you. I just ended it with flirt, and she was like, oh my god, Tan. You need to tell him. And I'm like, I guarantee you he has forgotten it. But, I'll come clean. Look at this. Utter. Yeah, let's go to the Utter Wilds. Can I not spell? Am I stupid? Oh yeah, I'm putting two T's. What? Friend? I'm your friend? Wow. Hoggers. Can we get some salamis and hog whip-outs in the chat? Like, this comment right here is like, every time I ask someone who's played this game, this is what they say. Play it once, think about it forever. Wish I could wipe my memory to play it again. I've also heard that about this game, Stray. People always say, like, oh, it's like a very simple game, but, like, another game that people say it's like a very special game. And you just play as like a cat. I just saw some Counter-Strike skin, so you let me know if you want to try Outer Wilds. Like, yeah, well, the scandal. Yeah, I know. We're gonna get our own reality TV show here, baby. Chat, what should I eat for lunch? What would be easy to eat on stream? Because I literally woke up an hour ago and I put 0 things in my body. We get some clams. We bust some clams open on stream. We're gonna have an Avowed mukbang stream, so lock it the fuck in, chat. Salami for lunch. Ooh, tastiest cinnamon roll. I haven't had a cinnamon roll in a very long time. Like, our tradition here is, like, for any holidays, like Christmas or, like Thanksgiving, Christmas, we'll always start our days with cinnamon rolls. But it's usually, like, the Pillsbury ones. Her family, her brother made some homemade ones, and they were elite. I need some cinnamon rolls in my life. Salami for lunch, dude. Get a Jersey Mike's original Italian. That's got salami on it. Oh, that's a little bit of a messy eat. It's fantastic. That is a messy eat. Come on. 10 seconds. And Trev, Ken says if you do end up playing Outer Wilds, you need to debrief. She wants it from a physicist perspective. A lot of pressure. You're gonna let my whole family down if you don't play it. Alright, here we go. We're in. Alright. We're launching. Salami, Messi, flirt. What? Allow. Allow. Okay. Oh, now there's shit. Dude, I'm just getting edged. Pause. What? Okay, my chat died and my chat's back. The shaders killed my chat. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I want this game to be good so bad. Which, I broke my rule. I broke my rule. I let myself get excited for something, so now if the disappointment does hit, it's going to hit real hard. I operate under expect disappointment, so then if you are disappointed, you were already expecting it. Hashtag Dedge. You know, you've really opened up my eyes to the 7 TV. I think you're right. I'm gonna put some Milk Lick. I think Milk Lick would be just a solid one. There's some out-of-pocket ones on there for sure. Dr. Trizzy, by the way, I did watch some of the races on Saturday. Yeah, that shit. I don't think I'd be welcomed there. I'd do the test races and get destroyed. Yeah, yeah, Milk Lick. That dude. How are some of those on there like allowed? or like, or like Idol wants me to put like some. It is like borderline hentai. That's what he wants me to put on here. It's like, you know what? Why don't you start a streaming career and you put hentai on yours? Yeah, Dr. Trigi, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I want you to think about that question you just asked me. Do you think that I watch anyone else on this fucking planet race NASCAR? And then once you come to that conclusion, I want you to answer your own question. I feel like you know me pretty well. Oh, I didn't. Oh, so yeah, my bad. I didn't even stick around for the whole thing, so I missed that part. That sucks. There we got. Yesterday we probably got, I don't know, like 6 or 7 inches. It started snowing at like 7 a.m. and it did not stop through the night. But it's like constant snow, so it's pretty rough here. I felt like that was why my internet was kind of disconnected a little bit. Come on, let me hear. All right, okay. Well, I literally said I was going to order food while this is loading. Now it's almost done, and I'm not any closer to getting food. Ooh, should I get Panda Express? Panda Express. Oh. We'll figure out where we gotta put my camera. It is 2025. We do not need audio this loud. Not even on my ears. Not even on my ears. Hear it perfectly clear. Unreal Engine. Speaking of, I played Unreal Tournament 2004 last night. There is still a community of people playing that game. Incredible. still can't hear. Okay, yes, we want subtitles. Yes. Head bobbing, absolutely not. Zero head bob. Zero camera shake. Zero camera shake. Zero sway. I don't... Yeah, I don't want none of that. That's good. That's good. Aim assist? Oh, it's using a controller. Okay. I have the premium edition! Thank you for your purchase! Okay, we can hear our thoughts now. Alright, we're just gonna do a real quick frame limiter. Absolutely not. Okay, at least 144. 105, zero motion blur. I don't have ray tracing. Okay. Okay. Plot changes. Are we ready? Let's go.
Eora, a world where mortals live, die, and are reborn through the turning of the wheel, in a cycle of reincarnation, watched over by the gods. Our gods, some of whom love us more than others. Your home, the Adiran Empire, is treasured by Wodica, Our Lady of Law and Vengeance, the burned queen. But our goddess has lately turned her eyes from us, and our empire has suffered revolts, famines, challenges to rightful rule. We lack a common purpose, but we could find it in the living lands, a rich and lawless island settled by fugitives, wanderers, exiles, and us.
People right there.
Yet the more we free this place from danger, the more the land fights back. And now, as our colonists crowd into Paradise, the last safe city, the locals find themselves crowded out. Many years ago, you were born to a family in our Adiran Empire, and in a rare turn of the wheel, you came into this world a godlike, touched by a patron god in the womb. To some, a blessing. To many, an abomination. You grew up an outsider, but I saw potential in you. Potential and an opportunity. And within my court, you found purpose. Now I call upon your vow to our empire and name you my envoy.
Dude, I was an envoy in the second
in the name
game,
of
dude.
your homeland.
Let's
And
straight that was a
secure our
bitch.
future.
Alright. We're jumping into the creation of the character? Yes. Okay. We hail from the Adiran Empire, one of the world's major colonial powers. Adheres. Okay. Well, these are just presets. Dude, I don't want all these. Okay. Hair. Oh, these are face presets. Okay. Alright. The scales coming off of my head are a bit distracting. Oh, you have to have some godlike features. Okay. Is there like a race? Can I start with like the race that I want to be? Oh no, I thought you could be like a dwarf. Am I wrong here? So I cannot be a dwarf. Okay, that's fine. Oh, sick. I can turn that off. Okay, good. And I can turn that off. Let's find some hair. What do we... Oh, God. It was a little bit New Worldy. What kind of hair... Ooh, damn. What kind of hair are we feeling for Mr. Nico Windbreaker here? We got the Patrick Mahomes. No, Obsidian is not the Amazon one. Obsidian is now owned by Microsoft. Oh, hair. Facial hair. The light beard. Oh, heck yeah. I want to highlight it. Okay. I know, chat. I'm picky. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We go long hair? My godlike feet. Okay, they don't even. I think I like that hair. I saw. Holy sh! Oh my god! This guy stares into your soul. Oh my god! Could you imagine? Let's go ahead and not spread them out. Depth. Angle. What the? Okay. Don't care about the brows. Not much of a brow guy. Go back to the facial hair, make sure we got it. There we go. Chat, there's a good chance I come back and I change my hair color again. What the hell? We always gotta do Scar. We gotta be a badass. Not that. Oh my god. Some of these are intense. Okay, there we go. I like those. Those are pretty dope. Eyeliner. I don't need any eyeliner. Any makeup? No. We're gonna do a no makeup run. Alright. Okay, there's an arrow in here, so I think I'm gonna be this one. So your background provides unique dialogue options and determines your starting weapon. All equipment and abilities are available to you regardless of your background. Okay, born to humble beginnings and driven to desperation by famine, your life is destined to end on the executioner's block until the emperor spared you. You're more at ease in the wilderness than the court. With your cleverness and obedient nature, whether training, prey, or spying enemies, your skills can work both inside and outside. Okay, yeah. I'm a scout, dude. Go back to the hair. Are we sold on this hair? Maybe here? I think I like the face. Oh. Crazy ass hair. This is the one. We made up our mind. Alright, so we're a scout. Okay. This is similar skills that they had in I'm gonna want crit chance, so that's good. I like damage, so maybe I'm gonna go down one there. The 3's the max, go up in might. So I think my 3 main are gonna be might, dexterity, perception. I'm not. Alright. We're not gonna change it too much there. Game difficulty. Path of the Damned? They have Path of the Damned? You know, we'll go hard.
Quethi silmes mitum. Silmes mitum. Lavarubion sic.
Display, identifier, and player. What is this? Oh, you can display your pronoun. Okay. Yeah, I'm actually gonna turn off the... I'm gonna turn off the godlike features, I think. Alright, confirm. Yes. Looks tasty. Cute little guy. Nothing bad better happen to him. Not one bad thing. Okay, well.
What do you know of the living lands?
I think something bad happened.
The rumors and tales are so vexing, they cannot be true. And yet they are. Those untamed wilds, overgrown with the most curious wonders and the most dreadful abominations. There beats a dark pulse within the heart of that soil.
Yeah,
Something
bad
vile stirs beneath the earth, seething with rot and decay. A corruption growing beyond everything it touches. Its foul tendrils reach towards us, to lash out at the Empire itself. I command you, go to the living lands, find the roots, and if necessary, sever them. You are my envoy. Remember your vow. The hopes of an empire rest upon you.
6 weeks later, off the coast of the Living Lands. Why'd they shoot us? We didn't do nothing wrong. I'm an envoy. Abaddon, the god of gold, machines, industry. Yeah, dude, Abaddon was. I wonder if he'll play a part in this. I wonder if all of the gods will. Obviously, they already mentioned Modica. I'm gonna have to change the sensitivity immediately. I know I am. Ooh, that's pretty. What's up, buddy?
Envoy.
Yep. Just like I thought. 1 second. Where is the keyboard? Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and knock this bad boy down a little bit.
Over here.
There. Garrick.
You're alive. Thank the gods I pulled you out the wreck when I did. I wasn't about to let the Emperor's envoy die on my watch.
Okay, so perception, dexterity, okay.
If we make it out of this alive, the Emperor will certainly have
At
questions.
least the journey's not completely lost. I heard the cannons. I couldn't... We...
Start with names. Who are you?
The name's Garrick, sir. Quarter gunner. 3rd Adiran Fleet.
Huh! Nico Windbreaker. Nice to meet you.
We spoke on the voyage. Never thought we'd end up like this. I've been here before. We've got an outpost on this island, but...
Something's not right here, is it?
I saw flashes, Envoy. It weren't the storm that wrecked our ship. It was cannon fire, and it could only have come from that fort up the hill. It makes no sense. No one fires on their own countrymen, unless...
Unless the fort's been infiltrated by enemy agents.
That's what I'm afraid of too. In the meantime, you survived. That means we're not scuppered yet. As long as you're here, the Emperor's mission can still go ahead.
Right. The Emperor sent me to investigate a soul play.
Then I know the place to start. Adir's got an embassy in the port of Paradis. Once we make it there, we can regroup, figure out what to do next. I hate to say it, but the fort's probably our only chance of escape. We need supplies, and if our troops have been captured, they'll need our help.
Oh yeah, follow me. Yeah, I want a buddy.
Thank you. I'll keep you safe. Those boards up there look old. A good hit and we can be on our way.
Okay.
Take that axe. It's no good to any of our crew anymore.
What is this? Oh. Where's my help? Ah! Inventory screen. 2 weapon loadouts. Can we switch to left alt? Okay. Oh, there's my help. Okay. I just picked up food. Consume. Ooh! Okay. Huge. Boom.
At least some supplies survived. For all the...
Wield in main hand. And then, how much does this heal for?
All the good. Have a dab hand with that. I don't understand. Why would they fire on us, their own people? No use wondering. We've got to make sure our troops are safe.
Okay, can block. Oh.
Ah, well, I don't suppose they were using that either.
Okay. Anything tucked away? This is an obsidian game, dude. Dodge, press while moving. Oh, okay, cool. Okay. What's this guy got? Got some cash? Appreciate you. What do you do? These look like grapes. Words etched into the wood breed. Here lies Emlyn, man at arms, bravest, the bravest of us. Here lies Brit, faithful quartermaster, served Namak to the end. Okay. Well. Okay. Pretty. So far. Good climb, just hold spacebar. Huge. Can I do one of these? Oh, sure can. You can leap in this game. Can't get up there anymore. Yeet. Yeah, here we go, like. Yeet. Control the crouch. Alright. Anything hiding behind? No loot behind the waterfall? Are you friendly? Oh. Misclick. It was a misclick. The compass in the upper left corner will display quest objectives, markers, nearby enemies, consumables, and other helpful info.
The fort's lit their distress beacon. We've got to hurry. Zara should be here. Haven't the troops been doing patrols? Now we've done it.
Oh shit, there's stamina. You can't just swing forever. As they're looting? Or did they just drop loot? Okay, no. That's what I'm seeing. Can you dig holes in this game? What? We're only in the tutorial, but you may be able to dig holes. You may be able to dig holes. And then what you decide to do with that hole is up to you. Those are like enemies from Pillars of Eternity.
Come on, the fort's up ahead. Tripwire.
There is a tripwire. Oh, I can.
Good hands.
Ooh. Okay, so there are traps.
How many of these damn things are there?
Oh, I like that.
Springberry's good. Those should rally us.
Sean, do you put those in your, like, on your action bar? Right, can I don't want to use it. Can I drag someone? No. Okay. You're gonna make, yeah. Yep. If anyone knows me, they know how much of a melee character I am. Although, I did see some sneaking. So, you might get some daggers out of me. Might get some daggers out of me. These are the names they're gonna start me out with. Gadongadag. Lowell visited for the 3rd time this week, come nearly every day now. Says insects keep crawling on him. Asked for an urgent that will help. An unguent that will repel them. Have inspected him every time and found no evidence of bites, abrasions from scratching getting worse. Yeah, Caligula said, Siblin brought in the Emfric and Glandenfall. Oh! Right, okay, yeah, I know that from Pillars. Found her unconscious near empty bottle of sleeping draught. Administered emetic once she felt well enough to talk. Complained of hallucinations every time she closed her eyes. Brr, yeah, that guy. Riordan showing signs of malnourishment. Refuses food, claims Emmerich is trying to poison him. Must discuss this with Captain. Why these behavioral changes? Is it the Adra start? Ooh, so there's Adra nearby.
Guys, it's a bloodbath. They've torn the place apart from the inside.
Unlocked with a storage key.
Were they fighting each other? Envoy, I don't like this.
Look like a guy that'd be into weird beards. That's kind of a weird beard. Alright, so we're looking for a key to get into there. Okay, anything that is breakable, it would tell me it is breakable. We're not seeing a key anywhere. Oh, so E is the quick menu? Oh, okay. E is quick menu. Okay. So no key here. Probably in the next room. That is Adra. Okay, everyone knows that the living lands are actually just Australia.
I remember some of the soldiers praying around that Adra pillar. Hope it helped their souls find the beyond.
What?
Slumber. Is it you?
What's up, voice? Take that. Got some nice stew. Okay, these are the cannons that shot at us.
These used to be nice quarters.
Edmund's log, first entry. 8 mid-spring. It's over for Farron. They caught him, tried to stow away in the Dawn Shore. Poor bastard. They all know the punishment for desertion is death. Not sure how Winterbrand heard about it. From the sounds of things, she's ready to come over and hang me by the thumbs. That sounds fun. Siblin is in tatters. I'd long suspected the two were soft on each other. Elfhart heard her muttering. The bond is shorn last night. Should keep an eye on her. Gods to think I asked for this post. I could have been hunting on the estate in Ir Glanfall. Hey, that's also the first game. More fool me for trying to make something of myself. Okay, so people were starting to know shit was going south here. Another one. Second entry. Frigate arrived from High Crown. Enough gunpowder barrels and siege equipment aboard to arm an entire regiment. I assume we'd take stock and send it to the Paradise, but the manifest said we're going to keep it here until told otherwise. Sensed it in the air at mess. Everyone eating slowly and avoiding the subject. No one wants to be responsible for it. What does command think we need to defend ourselves against? We're an outpost. We deal with pirates. We don't need ballistas for that. I hope, until told otherwise, come sooner rather than later. I don't like sitting on gunpowder. Someone's liable to lose a foot. Okay, so this was weird. This was weird they were gearing up as much as they were here. I'll take that? No? Okay. We got ourselves a lovely Adra pillar here. Ooh. And a key. We got the key. And the shield. Oh, hell yeah. Just a melee goer. That's what they call me. Shields have very high block efficiency, meaning they can block with very low stamina costs. They can be also equipped in your offhand. Okay. Oh! I'm taking that and that. Breastplate. So, what I'm currently wearing is light armor. Okay. Damage reduction 2%. Additional damage reduction. Okay, what's the big guy? Okay, so I have more damage reduction. Yes. But stamina. Okay. So that's very. Oh shit. Flirt. We'll go heavy for now. We'll be a heavy boy. We'll be a tutorial heavy boy. Alright, let's check out going on in here. Roasted chicken, my fave. Ooh! Find the hidden... Oh! It looks like a lot of fun took place here. That's not blood.
I don't understand. How could a rope...
Jailer's bill. Blood stains the corner of a scratchy, hastily written list that seems to correspond to the cages sitting nearby. Herein those convicted, Fisk laying traps, Goadport plotting to detonate the gunpowder barrels, Woadbin subversive activities, Beckett thinking thoughts of my wife, poor Beckett, Riordan stabbed Emmerich, stole the apple, cursing me with his eyes. Hold until death.
People sink to this.
Damn, the shit went crazy here. Kissed meat? That's humans. Vam braces? Okay, so I got more armor. Okay, so that is super good to know that this game, already in the tutorial, has, like, hidden rooms and shit. So this game is going to vastly reward exploring. Oh! Okay. How many people got that achievement? Huh. What, even first in the world? What is the... What's the quick save button? Quick save, F5. Oh. Can I take the arrows? No. Mad soldiers rambling. Another dream last night. Mushrooms growing in my breastplate. Tear them out, tear them out. Whoever finds this, the roots grow from the head.
Roots? Why is she talking about roots?
Yeah, these are what I'm talking about. Oh, mushrooms right there. Okay.
God, is this what they were like?
Baddies in here? There's goodies in there. I want to know how to get in there. There's supposed to be enemies here? What am I missing? What am I missing? Did I already hit a bug? Defeat the other. You've drawn more. I don't think I did. I don't think I drew any attention to any of them. Hold on, let me reload. I think there's supposed to be enemies there. If I was a betting man. Grab this.
Roots? Why is she talking about roots?
Oh, what happens if I drop down?
God. Is this what they were like?
Okay, it was a little buggy wuggy.
It's put its guard up. Hit it with everything you've got.
Is there a way to like... Oh, there is like a heavy attack. Okay, drink. Oh, baby! Ooh! 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 Take it. Oh. I'm the best. The charge for like timber? Oh! You can. I don't even have to let it go. It just does it automatically. Okay. I do like the dodging mechanic. It does make combat feel a little bit more like real. Oh!
I thought I had your back.
That's cool!
Guess you've got mine.
Eggplant? Okay. Because none of these guys' bodies were here before. Got any goodies? Okay.
Surely there's a way to clear the brambles.
Surely there's a way. Pick this up and throw it at it?
Ah, up there. Margarine's Fury. That'll do it. Burn right through the brush. If we can get it down, that is.
Is someone there? Over here! Help! I'm locked in!
I'm sure you are. How do I know I can trust you? Okay, speak to the stranger.
About time. Stay back. I'm not catching whatever's on your head.
What? Nothing.
Easy. He's a godlike.
You mean a god gave you that face?
Yeah.
Touched your soul and everything?
Yep.
That's right.
Never seen one of your kind before. I always heard folks say you were blessed. Looks more like a curse to me.
No, we're not gonna be mean. Oh no. My whole ship's been obliterated
Or
today.
you think you're having a time of it? At least you're not in a cell.
That's the Imperial envoy you're talking to. Show some respect.
The Imperial? Shite, I should have known you were a Deerans too. Funny you survived while all your friends here went belly up.
Promise to be nice and we'll help you.
One less Aderan ship, as far as I'm concerned. Adir's had their boot on Paradise since their first soldiers came.
'Cause the place is pure chaos.
Did you not think we liked it that way? I have to smuggle just to get anything past your damn checkpoints.
I had nothing to do with that. Can you give me the benefit of the doubt?
I'm trying. Your friend's the one picking a fight with me.
Paradisans will knife you in the back over a dirty look.
At least we don't go mad and slaughter each other.
When the soldiers had the soul plague, the Emperor sent me to investigate.
The day I came, I noticed the guards talking gibberish. Then the killing started. They went wild. Stabbed their mates in their sleep.
It almost sounds like they were.
I told you, they weren't right. When the storm came, they fired the cannons. Their faces changed. That soldier in here tried to strangle me. I had to defend myself.
Hang on. You said their faces changed, but that man's face looks normal.
He still did it.
I've got a bad feeling about this. It doesn't make sense. What if she murdered that soldier and she's just trying to cover it up?
Yes, you're out.
Look, we don't have to like each other, but we can all get out alive. I left my boat at the edge of the island. It should still be there. I don't see how the soldiers could have found it yet. You let me out, and all three of us can go to Paradise.
Envoy, I've tangled with Paradisan smugglers before. She'd say just about anything to get out of that cell.
Okay.
Her story's full of holes. What if the boat's not there? What if she turns on us?
For fuck's sake, be reasonable. Don't listen
Well,
to
this guy's
him.
been saving my life. I'll be taking your ship, but I'm afraid you're staying here. Let's go find... Okay, let's not make a decision. Let's just go find that key.
It's in the warden's room. They blocked it off when things went south. You can find a way in, though. You seem smart.
If we live to regret this...
Alright. We're not convinced on helping her yet. A 100% food poisoning. Okay. Not gonna drop down there yet. Oh! We did it! We found a bomb! Secondary. Oh. Hold on. That's primary. And then boom, boom. Oh my gosh, yes.
There's an idea. We could shoot the Fury down. How's your aim?
Oh, my aim is perfect. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, let's check this out. Interrogation log. Okay. Maybe we learn more about said lady. Prisoner apprehended at loading dock outside of Fort Northridge. Detained immediately under suspicion of extra-legal activity. Moved to holding cell within the fort for further questioning. Demeanor sullen and defiant. Refused to verbally engage with guards. Prisoner offered standard rations and water. Told guard to perform obscene activity with the food. Second guard performed routine patrol 2 hours later and observed the rations had nonetheless been eaten. Prisoner questioned about the purpose of her visit to Fort Northridge. Admitted she came to move some goods. Refused to specify what kind. Denied any connection to the rebels, but expressed clear contempt for Adir and sympathy for the rebel cause. When pressed, told the character to go away and eat shite. Disciplined accordingly, returned to holding cell. We got in this chesticle shear. Money? Health? Iron shun? Common rope? Okay. in there? How do I get in there? They're here. Deerskin gloves. Ooh, crit hit chance. Let's go. I'm a pretty boy. Can I talk to you? Can like I figure out if we want to
We've
do
got to
this?
tell the ambassador about this.
Oi! What are you waiting for? Get the key. At least you got around to trusting me eventually.
I do think you just killed this person, but oh, that feels good. Oh, is there like arrow drop? I don't want to drop. I don't want to drop down yet.
The Deeren soldiers don't massacre each other. They just don't. Something caused this. To think they turned on each other like dogs. I can't fathom it.
They were bastards when they came here. All it took was time.
But Adirans, we respect each other. We're raised to follow the rules.
What's the matter? Upset your kin are no better than anyone else.
What is the... Oh! Iron chunk! Dude, I love it. You should explore and get rewarded. Guppy. Okay. So, got some cash. Doesn't look like we can do anything there. Oh, you can slide. Wow. You can slide real far, too. And you can dodge backwards. Oh, you can do some cool stuff. Common sword. What's better, my axe or the sword? 18 physical, 14 stun, stamina cost. Okay. This is better.
Knew this was a bad idea.
More coming. Stay down until the get us killed.
So this getting strong. Okay, now. What?
They're coming from the rear!
You guys got that guy, right? You guys got that singular one-shot guy, right? I guess not.
Whoosh. Stay in the tall grass. We can get the drop on them.
I love that. Yeah, I'm about to just hit him with the... Oh, it's like your first ability. Charge, dash forward and smash into anything in your way, interrupting enemies and dealing explosive damage. To break enemy blocks, destroy walls, shatter frozen enemies for bonus damage. Summon lingering entangling mines to root nearby enemies in place for 8 seconds. I guess this. Oh, what? Oh, it sounds kind of cool. When you level up, you'll be awarded ability points that can be spent to purchase for upgrade abilities, cast abilities via the action radial E or from quick slots. They require essence. Okay. Now we're gonna get an intro to the sneaky sneaks. Hold on 1 second. Let me... I think I'm on... Oh, there's only window full screen. Okay. What have we got here? A wand?
Probably do better with that grimoire than he did.
Shame it didn't have a healing spell.
Oh, there's a fire spell in there.
Grimoires enable a variety of spells to be cast or unlocked in the wizard ability tree. Okay, so that's how they... Common wand. This gives... So this grimoire gives you Fan of Flames, Chill Blades, and Jolting Touch. Oh, that's cool.
Those look dry. Oh, damn it.
Margaret's Fury in a book.
Oh, shit. I didn't mean to do that. That's what that looks like. Okay. That's pretty neat. The grimoires. What is 40? Does it tell me? Did I not scroll down far enough? Invokes a powerful shield that makes your spell casting uninterruptible, increase your damage reduction. Ooh, okay. Oh, shit!
How should we do
Fat
this?
finger and abilities.
Take him at range. Smart choice.
That's pretty neat. So what is... Oh! Okay, magic is lit. Cool. Let's try this again. Wait, Garrett's dead?
I won't slow you down again.
Okay, they do stand back up. Cool. Okay. Oh, sweet. It does tell you how much. It wants me to go that way. I'm gonna go check out the spooky cave.
I've seen ruins like these. Wonder what they are. Maybe nobody knows.
Paradisans call them godless. Some kind of people who came here long ago.
They're not listening.
Got any goodies? This is sneaking.
I tried to tell them. Why wouldn't they listen?
Are you good or bad?
You can't kill me. No one can kill me. I'll swim across the sea.
I knew it. Whatever's on their faces, it gets into their heads.
I'm no expert on soul plagues, but whatever you came here to find, I'd say you found it.
Let's not assume anything. He could be okay, even though he's standing over a dead body.
Who disturbs us? I had dreams. Fabulous dreams. They tried to silence them.
Steady yourself, please.
Yeah, this does look like a boss
We're only
area
trying
for
to
sure.
You're wasting your breath. He's gone.
You tread in the orchard.
Your log mentions desertions and siege equipment. What started this? Who killed the other soldiers?
They sent orders for fire. I should have been free to drink of the land. They thought they could stop me. Vipers! Their venom stains my blade.
He can barely string a thought together. How could he have killed everyone?
He couldn't. Not like this. He's just the last one standing.
Trespassers!
I thought he could be rabid, but it doesn't manifest this way. To be fair, I thought he could be a rabid, but it doesn't manifest this way. Vanguard Scout. Okay, yeah. We're gonna lean into, like, my background.
Shackles. They would bind us. We only sustain ourselves. And you return death to us.
Envoy, this could come to blows. Keep your guard up.
Feed the roots. Kill the rot.
Yep.
Now you've done it.
You're gonna regret this.
Oh! Okay. Okay, here we go.
Envoy!
Aha, you can't move. Oh, okay. Holy shit, leap. Break the stamina bar. Okay, Entangled's actually kind of nice. Oh, you get to do a cool little finisher if you break the stamina bar. That'd be cool. This is hard? This game's not hard?
Probably some noble who bought his commission. Now look.
Senior officers reprimand. Steadman Rolk. Yesterday I received word that one of your scouts was caught in Dawnshore attempting to board a cargo ship bound for the Deadfire. Ooh, that's what the second game was at, the Deadfire. I doubt this is news to you. I also doubt you are unaware that this is your third indecent of desertion in the past month. Incidents. I realize your post grants you greater responsibility than your position as a third son accustomed you to, but there will be consequences if you cannot keep your troops in line. The Emperor is watching. See to it that you impress the importance of duty upon your charges. Commander Hildian Vitabrand. Okay.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but...
Oh, big-ass hammer. What does this look like? Whoa!
Suffering.
That's cool. Right. What do we do? We'll put the ball back on. We know that. Great hammers deal extremely high damage and stun. Okay. Oh, there's goodies up there. Okay, let's loot the chest first, just in case. Yeah, the magic looks sick. So I don't know if I'm gonna go for a main hand, but we're definitely doing some. We're doing some bow and some magic. The magic looks so cool. We got a great sword. Very high damage and stun. They also have a high block efficiency, allowing them to block with low stamina cost, but they swing slow. Okay, I gotta stop hitting. Left alt is how you switch weapons. Left alt is how you switch weapons. Or scroll, right? Yeah, scroll too. Okay. Notes on the gods. Torn from the field notebook of Jeddah Tendir, captain of the Adiran Expedition Corps. Okay, holy shit, this is a reader. I'm trying to get all the background information I can, chat, so I'm going to read it to you. I know some folks probably don't like being read to, but this stuff isn't voice acted. The expedition team and I have been weeks at the fort now, and I'm no closer to understanding the ruins of these so-called godless people than I was before we came. The remnants of their culture cover the living lands, but the people, their beliefs, their history, it all remains a mystery. The godless are so named because nothing we have seen in their art or architecture depicts the gods as we understand them. I would expect a maritime culture to have a deep relationship to Andra. Andra's like the goddess. We helped her in the first game. She kind of sucks. We don't like her. And a number of unique cultural rituals within which the venerate and placate her. To venerate and placate her. Gawain, too, he's like the goddess of like hunting and shit, I think. They should fear and favor given the aggressive wilderness of this land, and I have never explored a corner of Aora and did not recognize the centrality of Barath, another god, to the cycles of their lives. It said that these people had no relationship to the gods, they did not know of the gods at all. But that can't be. They gave birth and died as all kith do. They refer to like us as kith, so that's what kith is. They sought shade in the long hot days of deep summer and shelter in the bitter days of winter. They fed themselves. They bathed. They made clothing and baskets and pots. So many beautiful pots. Pots only people who would recognize and value beauty would make. Without the gods, how did they give meaning to their lives? To understand the purpose of the ruins, I must know what drove them, what they revered and reveled, what they desired. They lived here and they lived well, but they did not order their lives as we do. They did not orient themselves always toward the gods, and they disappeared. No matter how many bones and potsherds I sift through, I cannot quite grasp the implications here. I fear the revelations of the godless have been interred deep beneath their island soil,
beyond what even the Emperor's most skillful miners can unearth by some immortal hands. I do not understand this place that terrifies me. Yeah, dude, we don't need no gods in our life. You kidding me? Loot! Got a gem, essence potion, soft branch, and a pelt. Can I upgrade my bow? I need a little bit more. Need an essence potion. More ads.
Closer, we twine.
Okay. Somebody's talking to me. Judge, just double checking where my food's at real quick. I think it just got him. Just got him. Alright. I can examine this one.
You have returned. We felt your presence like dew on a leaf. We wait. Heed us.
Envoy, you alright? Can you hear me?
Am I a watcher in this game?
A voice?
I heard a voice.
What did it say?
It said I had returned here.
Now your envoy's losing it.
No. I think something in the Ardra spoke to him.
People can have a spiritual experience near Adra, can't they?
Not like this. I've been round Ardra my whole life, and it never spoke to me.
I don't think it spoke to anyone. Not even godlikes.
That's some gift.
But it's never happened before. So I'm unusual, even for people
Sure
like me.
seems like it. Now, we've still got to get to Paradise.
The boat's just up ahead.
Gods, I hope you're telling the truth.
This way.
Right. We got food, for owner, and dialogue now. Okay. Okay. This is cool. This is exactly what I hoped, like, a first-person Aora would feel like. Because, like, you saw all of this in Pillars, but this is cool.
Boat! There it is.
You better not lie to us.
Thank the gods it's still here. Get on.
There, in the distance. It's Paradise. So, the smuggler wasn't lying.
My name's Alora, you know.
I'm glad we took a chance on you.
Thanks. I've enjoyed not being dead.
You're welcome.
Look, if this is the soul plague the Emperor sent you to find, we have to stop it. You have to stop it, no matter what it takes.
I'd heard rumors about folk changing out in the hinterlands. I thought they were just that. You know, stories. I never imagined.
Everything leaves a trail. I'll follow the plague back
I
to the
don't know
source.
how, but if anyone can find a way, it's you.
Will you get on before I leave without you?
Aye, onward to Paradise. Never thought I'd be glad to sail here with a smuggler.
Right.
If anyone asks, you never met me.
Got some points. Character screen. Character screen shows your stats. You can view your attribute. Bonuses will cap out.
You can also reset for some cash. On the right side of the screen is compensatory character stats, background, level, damage reduction granted by your armor. Okay, huge. Okay. We have points to spend. We have 1 point available. Let's look at my current loadout. My crit hit chance is 10%. Damage is 50%. I think I want to... I want a lot of crit. I want to crit like crazy. I think I'm going to level up perception. Yeah. Okay, we're going to go that. I just have 1 point. Yep. Okay. Journal. The quest tab. The journal displays every quest you've acquired, grouped by region. Main story quest will always be at the top, followed by side quests, companion quests, bounties, and treasure maps. This icon, the skull next to the quest, indicates that it will be for a higher challenge based on your current equipped gear. Alright. Speak with Captain. Okay. Documents. I've read all these. Yep. And tutorials. I just want to get rid of... Oh my lord. There needs to be a unload all, or remove all notifications. Holy piss. Okay, so you can revive a companion. Oh my god. Oh Jesus, there's so much. Hold on. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Quests. Show completed. I don't really care about show completed. Okay. Right. Boom!
Suppose this is where I leave you then. I owe you my life, envoy. I won't soon forget what you did.
Wait, why are we going separate? What will you do now?
I don't know. It's all just sinking in. I hope the folks at the embassy know where to find a good, strong drink.
Anything I should look out for?
Well, it's the Living Land's biggest port. People come from all over. Not all of them are Adir's friends.
Wonder why?
You'll be fine. After the fort, I figure you can survive anything.
Where do I find this embassy?
You don't have to. Just go up the pier. I imagine they've sent someone official-like to take you there.
Must be nice, eh?
Same to you. You'll make the Emperor proud, I'm sure.
I want Garrick. I want Garrick on my team.
Look, I'll no thank you for showing basic decency. But you saved my life. That counts for something. To me, anyway. I don't push her luck.
Flirt. Do all the locals dislike us?
Not all of them. But it's not a great way to make friends. Give Paradisans a chance. That's why they came here in the first place. Try not to get killed.
Thanks.
Nah, I'm kidding. Just don't go around acting like you own the place. Alright?
What?
Hope we don't run into each other. Still, take care of yourself.
Dang. Okay.
This is your final warning, Kai. One more, and I put a... Hey! Turn around and sail back to wherever you came from. This dock is reserved for the Imperial Envoy. And he's late. Huh. Probably died at sea. Good riddance.
Let me sneak a windbreaker. What's that about good riddance?
Ugh, shit.
Nice.
Forgive me, Envoy. I meant nothing by it. A slip of the tongue. Can we start over? Name's Cynric, captain of the local militia. We're a scrappy bunch, but we know our way around Paradise. Unlike most Adirans who couldn't find their ass with both their hands. Oh, present company excluded.
I do struggle
They
with that.
told me you were godlike, but I didn't know what to expect. Your face, it's so...
Beautiful. Wretched, loathsome, unlovable.
Well...
You're doing great.
Forgive me, again. We're having a bit of an emergency. No doubt you've come for the Adiran ambassador, but he's gone, along with our claviger.
Not a problem. Which way did the ambassador go?
They traveled northwest to the Strangle Route, past the old Pargroon Wall.
You need to find the ambassador, and I need to find the claviger. How's about we partner up?
Wait. I don't want to be mean. How about you introduce yourself first there, bud?
Name's Kai. I've been a soldier, a sailor, and a halfway decent baritone.
He's a troublemaker, but a damn qualified one at least.
I knew you had a soft spot for me. Claviger Amond helped me get on my feet when I came to Paradise a few years ago. Last time we spoke, he sounded worried about things. If he's gotten himself into trouble, I owe it to him to help out.
Okay. Alright.
I didn't survive my military days by being the slowest one in the squad.
Kai, before you go, the envoy is no stranger to the wilderness, but you and I both know the living lands can be, unpredictable. Make sure he comes back alive, or the Steel Garrote will have my head.
Better yours than mine.
Yeah, what is this, Steel Garrote we're talking about?
The Steel Garrote are here as guests, helping Adirans like yourself keep the peace. Or so they say.
The situation here must be dire. The Garrett's involved.
That's certainly what they'd like you to believe. Sounds like their reputation back home in Adir isn't any better than it is here.
Never met a Steel Garrett paladin in the flesh.
They're an order of religious cutthroats, sharpening their blades for the glory of the burned queen. Oof, creepy bunch, too. Who needs enemies when you have friends like the Steel Garrote?
Oh, the burned queen. That's cool. You can look at the... You can look at the lore of the dialogue history. That's pretty cool. What are they doing here?
You tell me, envoy. The Adirans came to our shores with their soldiers, their bureaucrats, and their cult of murderers. Asking a lot of nosy questions is a good way to end up with a knife in your back. Speaking of the Steel Garrote, fair warning, their leader, Inquisitor Ludwine, is eager to greet you. Or possibly interrogate you.
Ludwine? Should I know her?
I heard she's a monster.
Right.
A personal handmaiden of the burned queen. But that's not all. They say she fell in battle in the Deadfire, and death spat her back out.
Yeah, I'm gonna deal with him later. I wanna go...
Right behind you. We've got to find your ambassador and my claviger before something else does.
Yeah, I wanna get strapped. Ooh, okay, so what does he do? New companion. Kai is a seasoned soldier and mercenary from the Rawatalian Empire. I've literally played PoE too, I should know how to say that. Restless but affable, his wandering has led him to the living lands in search of peace he has yet to find. As an experienced and battle-tested veteran, Kai can withstand damage and draw enemy aggression. His incendiary can burn away. Ooh! But I don't need to have fire. Because I stun. Oh, he's a tank. He can taunt. I love that.
I'll bet you're glad to be on dry land after that voyage. Don't get too used to the comforts of Paradise. Pargrunen left these beacons all over the island.
Oh, fast trap.
Good for finding your way around.
City's getting...
Map screen. The map screen shows topographical maps. Okay. Damn, okay, it's pretty big.
Getting crowded. Crazy. Soon the Adherents will outnumber us 3-1. Why is it the crowd that you put a stop to?
Donshore is most people's first view of the living lands
Cozy in the
and
ambassador's
last brush
pocket.
with civilization.
Thanks for taking Kai off my hands.
Watch where you're going. Wouldn't want you... Haven't you heard it's not polite to stare? Piss off. Don't test me.
Okay. We won't.
Please, how hard is it to answer I can't believe how rude everyone is around here.
Something I can help with?
How hard could it be to find a watcher?
Well, I'm a watcher. No,
I have a little money, if that's what you mean. I assumed I'd have to pay the watcher, though. I have a strange problem, you see.
Why do you need something that can read souls?
I'm clearly under some kind of curse. A band of Zorips invaded my house. What am I gonna do?
Why would they invade your house?
Why did they do anything? They've probably eaten all my food and destroyed my supplies. I don't know what else. First, my ship gets attacked by pirates. Then none of my plants will take. Now this happens? And they won't let me into Paradise to sort it out?
Who's that?
The militia. They're scared of some plague. At least that's what they say. I wonder if it's really the Adherents. Keep us out and themselves in. I should never have come here.
Come here for a better life and find a worse one. Wish I hadn't heard that before.
Most people would have given up. Why do you stay?
It's hard to put it into words. I just feel like I should be here. I'd heard it was dangerous, but the Glenfathan wilds were dangerous. I thought I was prepared. I had no idea what I was in for.
What happened to your plans?
I wanted to grow a little food, save some skates. They never thrived, that's all. Clearly, I have bigger things to worry about.
Alright, I'll see what I can do about
Then
those.
take my house key. It's northwest of here. That cabin on the cliff, I'll buy. Gods know I can't go back. And there's nothing to steal either. The Zorips saw to that.
I'll be the judge of that.
Come back when you've dealt with them. And make sure you get their leader, too. I'm sorry, but I don't think they'll go quietly. You'll have to kill them.
You'll get your cabin back, that's a promise.
Thank you. That may not be worth much coming from a stranger.
Okay, cabin fever, baby. Alright.
Greetings, friend. You look like you could use a fine weapon or a sturdy shield. Not to worry, Volter is here. I suggest you take a look at my wares before you speak to Daggerda. Who knows what mood she's in today?
This is my inventory. This is his. Okay. Ooh, the dagger. Simple daggers are found in belt, cutthroats, and warlords. Oh, but high crit chance. That's kind of what I was looking for. I'm gonna sell something. I don't think I'm gonna be a two-handed boy. Oh, okay, you gotta be careful. Is there a buyback? Because if you click it, it's gone. Okay, so you gotta be careful. I'm using the axe right now. Yeah, I like the crit chance. We're just gonna sell the spoil. Grenade. A ball of iron packed with explosive powder. Impact with the solid surface shocks. Contents then triggering. Ooh. Okay. This is just to sell. Good to know. Alright, we're good for now.
What harm could some new armor? Heading out to the wilds? Make sure you have everything you need. You don't want to... Kai, I told you not to show your face around here
What's
again.
up with Kai?
Come on. You're not still mad about that hunting knife, are you?
All right, no. You're clear. But you better pay up front this time.
I knew you'd come around. You miss me.
I'll let you think that. Now don't mind him. What are you interested in?
You and Kai old friends?
Yeah, some of the oldest in Paradise. He's a headache, but that's because you want him to come back alive.
So you do care.
I lied to the garrote for you. Do I have to spell it out?
Oh, let's see what you got for sale. Damn. Okay. I think medium armor is going to be roughly where I want to be at. Lockpicks. Ooh, yes. I'm gonna buy all the lockpicks. Is there a way to... Oh, that's right. I have the DLC stuff. Okay, we're gonna get the treasure map. My husband spent a fortune on this Stelgar codpiece despite things. Oh my lord. Now he's dead on account of a weak heart. I want something to do with that tasteless, though brutally effective garment. So I leave it to the gods to find a worthy bearer. Somewhere. Okay.
The Living Lands are a dangerous place. A newcomer like...
Welcome to Dawnshore, Traveler. My name is Dagerda. You seem like you could use a nice potion or a bite to eat. And I promise a safe and pleasant transaction. I'm sure he did. He'd rather chase off my customers than admit he was wrong.
What happened to break up? What? How do we know that they're married?
To be honest, stranger, I'm not inclined to go into it. He knows...
Okay, well, what are you selling? You got some goodies. Let's buy... We'll buy 2 of each. One of each. So there is some food, it looks like. Okay. Oh, I can get abilities. Okay. Companion abilities. You may also spend currency to reset. When your companions level up, you'll be able to spend companion points Okay. So... Do I have? Okay, player level. Okay, Kai does have 1 point. So this ability fires a powerful shot from his blunderbuss, dealing and taunting. Okay, so the taunt probably seems nice. Heals his mind to regenerate health and increases damage reduction. Okay, those are locked. Fire and Iron ignites the target or the cooldown by 50%. So every 5 seconds. Every 5 seconds he can taunt. Yeah. Or do I want it to burn? I'll do taunt. Okay. Now, for me, agility and finesse. It contains towards range combat, pistols, bows, guns, and one-handed melee attacks. Okay. Now, do I have the ability? Do I have any points? Have a perfect block against a melee attack to knock the enemy back and gain an immediate counter. Ooh, so could I like get rid of this now? Could I reset this point and put it in? We'll chill for now. We're fine. Wizards. Dang. Meteors. Oh, dude, there's. So yeah, this is what I wanted to look at. I want to know if there is any potential like raise dead type stuff. No. At least I'm not seeing anything. Okay, so these are just key. Grants a stealth attack against unaware enemies while crouched behind. Ooh, that's cool. That's cool. Okay. I do want to do one thing.
Nice to... From legitimate sources, clearly. From traders and adventurers, mostly. And a few used...
Anyone? I didn't consider the legitimacy, but I am now.
Apologies, friend. People see me selling weapons on the harbor and call my morals into question. I assure you, all of my wares have been vetted for quality and polished thoroughly to remove...
You're not doing much to gain my confidence.
Well, I believe my wares speak for themselves. Figuratively, I mean.
I want to sell this. And I want to buy the dagger. Okay. I burned all my money. Okay.
What am I hitting?
I've come in search of lost treasures. Have you heard
How do you put your weapons away? Actually, don't know.
Move along, please. Sometimes I won't.
Don't think you can come over here and try to strong-arm me, too. Leave me alone.
Oh, sorry.
I can't help it. After what happened with Kalisha.
I know, dear, but worrying isn't going to do anything.
Oh,
You must be the Imperial envoy that just arrived. Hello.
Darling, you don't think that...
I don't know. I'm sure you're very busy, envoy. But do you know of any other ships from Adir that are slated to arrive soon?
Is something wrong? You seem worried.
Is it that easy to tell? Gods, I must be losing my touch.
We're waiting for our son, you see. He's been living in Adir for a number of years now, but is finally coming home.
I just hope he doesn't meet any trouble. I couldn't bear the thought of losing him, too. Not after...
After we lost our little girl. She was working as a mercenary in the Deerwood. Last we heard, she was traveling to Gilded Vale to check in on Alvra, our other daughter.
But she never made it. We can only assume
I was
the
at the
worst.
Gilded Vale.
I can only pray that you're right, but my gut tells me otherwise.
Apologies, Envoy, but we need to keep an eye out for our son. Be safe out there. The Living Lands are unlike anywhere else in Aora.
Okay. Am I hearing... Ah, I am. Okay, how do I get there? That's cool. I love that. You just acquired an upgrade material. Upgrade materials are used to improve weapons and armor and matching the material type and quality. Upgrade materials can also be combined to create upgrade materials of higher quality. The workbench and party camp enables you to upgrade your items. Okay. Awakened wood. Enchanting material. Okay, cool. I feel like you want me
The
to...
local militias lax at the best of times, which these are not.
Why can't I talk to... I don't know why I can't.
Shop's closed. But you already knew that. I have nothing for you. Your countrymen have already bought up my entire inventory.
We're gonna keep exploring the city chat before we go out and about.
You say the militia have... I sailed all...
Don't even bother heading to Paradise unless you've got a friend in the militia. Or maybe Gilgar could play some strings.
They've only been here a few years, but the adherents act like they run the place.
I'm sure they do. I mean to do that. Okay, can't kill chickens. Chickens are unkillable. Oh, okay. That's what that is. We're just up here dancing? Chad, how's it look on your end? Is the screen coming through good? Like, not laggy or choppy or anything? Test your metal. You think you know what it takes to stand against me? Come see for yourself. Whether you're a native, an Adirian newcomer, or anyone else, you're welcome in my arena. Just leave your problems and politics at the threshold, unless you want to be the next one to test my theory that Kith can fly, but only straight towards the ground and only once. Come to the top of Margaren's essay to see what you're made of. That's cool. A spear action. Oh, nope. Okay. Alright, well. First death. First death. Oops. Oops. I want to hear it. Just gonna read this real quick just to make sure. That was an oopsies on my part. And so is that. Jumping puzzles? You want me to run and jump across? Any more hidden goodies anywhere? Oh. There is something in it. I knew it. I can hear it. I want that. Down here, maybe? Spider leg? Well, I'm okay. Shipment. Someone has tampered with this crate, and the lockbox inside falls open to reveal sachets of woodsy, bracing smelling herbs. Scent identifies them as parsley, common to the smell. Small doses can prevent pregnancy. A large dose can end one. Question. Okay. What's up here? Alright, let's try that. What does lockpicking look like? Oh, you just hold F?
Ah, I thought you could sneak by, did you?
Oh!
This one's mine. Hey! Over here! One for you! Give me a second. Let's see what you got. We make a good squad.
Okay. Oopsie. I didn't realize, I don't know if I wanted to kill them, but dead now. One copper? Are you kidding me? Well, those guys are up to no good. Press and hold Q to throw your equipped throwable. Change your equipped throwable in the action radio. Okay, I'm just curious. Did this kill me? Okay, no, I can't slip here. How does one get over there? Like run and jump? Alright, let's go up this lighthouse. What's going on over there? Plaque reads, in honor of friendship and the bounty bestowed upon Paradise by Fior, may it triumph over darkness and guide us through these untamed lands. The note under it reads, by order of Claviger Amond, closed until further notice. Repairs to the staircase are currently underway. At the bottom, heard Fennec's voice in the stairwell. Damn the repairs, stay away from this place. Ooh. With the money, and a pistol. Press only one hand and shoots bullets perfectly straight at medium range, dealing moderately high damage stun. And their loud shots easily alert enemies. Sales manifest. Document is a record of attempted sales. It is brimming with unfortunate accident and consequential business failures. The most recent entries: lost destroyed by guards, destroyed in mail delivery accident, profit lost in robbery. The following is scribbled in the margins beneath entry C4. I have high hopes for this place. The last market was hostile to cabbages. I'm sure here will be different. I don't think I can make that jump. If I run and jump from there, I think I'd die. I did not mean to throw that grenade. I love the jumping puzzle.
If this can hold me, you'll be fine. Just don't look down.
Golden plaque of promises. God Shrine Totem Fragment for Rolica.
Looks like that broke off of something. Wonder where it goes.
A variety of totems and their missing totem fragments are hidden throughout the living lands. Collecting totems can be displayed at the totem shrine and party camps. Okay. Small stack of copper. Treasure map. I hate climbing. Captain Henqua must have been a sadist when it came to hiding treasure. Maybe the Vantage will help me find his plundered riches, or maybe I'll just die of exhaustion on the way up, whichever's quicker. So hope he died. Okay, some of these are going to be hard as hell. I suck at these. So this is underneath like a bridge.
They weren't much of an artist, but I think it's upstream by the park room wall.
Oh. Upstream by the card room something. He's out. Now that kills me, huh? Like, it has to. I knew it. I want that. What is it? There's old chest. Ooh, unique already?
Well, nothing ventured, envoy.
Let's see what we got here. Move speed. Increase your health restoration from all sources. Yeah. Maybe I don't have what I need yet. Maybe I go up just a little bit higher, but not that high. Maybe I can make the jump and not die. I cannot make the jump from there. Can I make it from that branch? We'll try the branch. And if we can't, we'll move on. Is it worthwhile to like upgrade this bow? I doubt it, but I can't even do it. Like, would I be able to make it from there? Don't kill me. Chat, I want this so bad. Wait, did it not save me actually getting big piece? I don't think it did. Okay, good thing I came back.
Nothing ventured, envoy.
Alright, there's no way this kills me, right? I'm now lower than that. Let's land for this part. Yes! Okay, I don't know if that was worth it, but we got it. Oh, there's a fight club up here. This is where they said to come for Fight Club.
Keep up the good work, soldiers. Unless you're here to trade, don't bother me.
Hold on, chat. Let me just look at my... More climbing.
Look alive! Margaret would be ashamed to witness such incompetence. My grandfather could look at
Saves some skates for the rest of us. You'd think he'd learn not to fall for it.